Tonight, it's an all-Canadian tilt in Saskatoon. After a 1-4 start, the Rush have bounced back with 2 big wins and look to keep up the momentum as each game gets more important. They take on a Thunderbirds team that's coming off of a whirlwind weekend. Halifax staged a big comeback against Buffalo, but it was followed by a thud in Calgary. They're going to lead on their high-powered offense to try and grab a win in the Prairies. It's the Halifax Thunderbirds and the Saskatchewan Rush, and it's coming up next. On Saskatchewan, it's the National Lacrosse League on Treaty 6 territory. Cody Jansen, John Fraser with you this evening, my color commentator, down between the benches as we get set up for this all-Canadian matchup. The Rush and the Thunderbirds, one of the rivalries in the league that continues to grow over the past few seasons. And tonight should be no different, John.
Oh, absolutely. It's going to be a big game. The Rush coming in, winning 2 in a row, trying to get back to 500. Meanwhile, Halifax trying to hold down that 4th place spot in the league with that high-powered offense they got. It's going to be a good one, Cody.
We know how good their offense is. They get Randy Stotts back tonight as well. But the righty I'm watching, that's Clark Peterson.
Oh, certainly. CP24 is quickly becoming a superstar in this league. Currently in the top 5 in league scoring with 55 points in 10 games, 23 of those of the goal variety, and absolutely torched the Rush last time they played with 5 goals and 3 assists for the former Saskatoon native.
Budding superstar is an easy way to put it. But for the Rush, I'm looking across the floor to lefty on offense, and that comes in the form of Zach Mans. He's had a ton of success against Halifax in his young career.
Certainly. There's some guys that just like playing certain teams, Cody. That's what Zach Mans likes. 10 goals, 20 assists against Halifax. Talk to him before the game. They're wearing the Rush jerseys, the Rush Hulk jerseys tonight, and he was ready to Hulk out against the Thunderbirds.
Well, it is Marvel Superhero Night here on Co-op Field, and these two teams, the super offenses, are the ones that have shown up because we've seen a lot of goals in this matchup.
Certainly, and always close games, of course. Earlier this year, 17-12 win for the Thunderbirds, 15-11 with some empty netters before that, and a couple of overtime classics before that. If history says we should have a good game, and I believe that's what we're going to see tonight, Cody, a tight one and a close one.
Well, I'll tell you 2 guys who don't want to see 29 goals against, like the first game of the season. Warren Hill right there, your starter for the Halifax Thunderbirds. A record of 5-4 on the season. Goals against average of 11.63 and a save percentage of 7.51. 75% save percentage for Warren Hill, the Six Nations product, and across the floor from him this season, it'll be Frank Shiliano between the pipes. 3-3 record, 10.7 goals against average, and a save percentage right around 80%. For the Coquitlam product, he's got an .817 save percentage in his last 5 starts. A goaltending matchup with 2 big names, but on the floor, well, the transition players will shine. Jake Withers, 75% on draws against Mike Messenger. Ref is ready. Looks like they'll get set up here, and ball is down. Now we're underway. Face-off violation called on Messenger. Tarafanko pops it up for Ryan Benesh. It's Cody Jansen, John Fraser with you this evening. Offense to work. Gets the righties on the floor. A look over the top, and Shiliano has to make a save on Clark Peterson, former Saskatchewan resident. Ball goes over to Benesh. Behind the net, Dawson Thiedt, the big man. Hear his name a lot here. He's always in the middle of everything. Benesh kicks it out. Backdoor to Thiedt, and Shiliano moving right to left. Gets his second stop of the game. Jared Smith now over the logo in transition. Tries to force one for Robert Church. Deflects it to the ground. Church is going to pick it off the turf. Little bouncer over to Keenan. Saskatchewan on Marvel Superhero Night wearing Hulk team jerseys. Get the purple shorts and purple numbers as well. Offense will run through Mike Triolo now. The big man rips it across to Zach Mans. Mans thought about driving. Shot clock expired. He wasn't quite aware of that, though. It'll be Halifax ball as the transition will run south. Woods is off the bench, and Austin Shanks out there to help. 36 assists this season for Shanks. Badesh back to the righties, and he scores. Austin Shanks, his 11th of the season, as he puts this one on the right side of the post.
Yeah, Cody, Austin Shanks just catching the rush defense just a bit flat-footed. Not a ton of room over the shoulder of Frank Chiliano as we take a look at him there. Shanks, his 11th of the year, gets a real good look here. Bit of confusion. Somebody doesn't pick up their man over on that far side, making that happen with Jake Withers. The Peterborough product coming up, picking up the double team, creating that, and giving Shanks the opportunity to go up early 1-0 for the visiting Thunderbirds.
The Whitby product, well, he's no stranger to this building. Was here in 2018 with the Rochester Nighthawks when the Saskatchewan Rush beat him in the NLL championship. Tarafanko stay and play on offense here. Cody Jamieson across the floor. Tarafanko looking for an outlet. Now he's got Clark Peterson up top. One-on-one, Jarrett Smith around McClellan too, and Peterson scores. 2-0, Halifax leads.
Clark Peterson, just tons of athleticism and tons of speed. You can really see how fast he is down here at floor level, Cody. And we talked about it pregame. We talked about on the radio pregame. Clark Peterson, CP24, is going to be the man for the T-Birds tonight. Makes two men miss, going outside of Connor McClellan using pure speed. Goes betwixt the feet of Frank Chiliano, and not the start anybody wearing those Hulk green jerseys wanted to see tonight. Got to do a better job of staying on CP24 in this one.
Clark Peterson, 5 goals against the Rush back on December 1st. For the Thunderbirds, Jake Withers, his third face-off win, heads to the turf and gets around Jake Boudreau. Now it's out for Tarafanko again. 9 points on the season, 4 of those in goals. Not afraid to stay in play, but now he'll go off for a change as Peterson finds Randy Stutz off the IR. Held in front, and it rips one off the post. Ball falls for Jake Boudreau. Boudreau has Barnable up, and Hossik's off the bench as well. Down for Barnable, in tight, back for Boudreau. On his backhand there, has to run it out, and he'll hand it for Clark Walter. Walter, 17 points on the year in 7 games. Off the bench, Mike Triolo, little one-on-one. Triolo tries to spin, drive, and he scores. The big man, Mike Triolo, has his 7th of the season.
Mike Triolo, how fitting for the big man, was a big part of Saskatchewan's last win against Panther City here at SaskTel Center. Since the coaching change, he's had a bigger part of the Rush offense. Does the 6'8" giant this time using that power, using that height as leverage. You can see he puts the stick to a part in the sky almost where nobody can get it. Just a quick shot by the left arm of Warren Hill, and he breaks the early 2-goal run here for Halifax and brings some life back to this building. Interestingly enough, too, Cody, Jake Boudreau took the last face-off against Withers. Now Bobby Kidd III lining up against it as the normal face-off man is Mike Messenger, and they're trying to mix it up here against probably the best face-off man in the league.
Halifax challenging this call. John, you're a little closer than me.
Halifax challenges the goal call on the field. Players under review.
Well, Cody, you know my success rate with some of these is not exactly great, but from what I can see down here on floor level, it looked like it got behind Warren Hill. And it looked like I don't think Triolo ever really touched the crease. Looked like he was pushed out. Now, again, that's at real speed. In the building here, we're getting the overhead view. And it's going to be tough to see whether or not Triolo actually got his foot down. It almost looks like it's a bang-bang thing. From down on floor level, it looked bang-bang, looked like it was good. I'm actually standing beside the team's photographer, Steve Hiscock, who's got a great photo of it. He's still in the the air as the ball's out of his stick. It looks like, based on Steve's great photography skills, I'm going to go ahead and say this is a good goal, even though, you know, I'm 0 for 3 this year, Cody.
Well, you're looking at the left foot on your TV screen here, and just is that ball across the line when his foot is down? Or was his foot down before it officially crosses the line? And remember, it has to be conclusive, because on the floor, they did call it a goal originally.
After the review, the call on the field is overturned. We have no goal.
Well, I guess they had conclusive evidence.
Interesting. I didn't know if that one look was conclusive enough. And interesting too, Cody, we talked a lot to the team pregame about the difference in the coaching change with Derek Keenan behind the bench. I can tell you, after that goal was turned back, there wasn't a single reaction from the Rush bench. They just kept their faces ready to go and ready to get back on the floor.
Dawson Thee, Halifax up 2-0. Stutz for Shanks. Banesh now throws this one down low. Stotts trying to go far side. Save is made. Rebound, and Mike Messenger lowers the boom on Woods.
That one's got everybody on the bench all fired up. Let's see if the Rush can turn it into something here, Cody.
Isaac Enju on the logo. Scored twice against Halifax in the season opener. Zach Mans, pick got set by Keenan. Mans, little flip inside for Keenan. With one hand on his stick. A little flip back for Triolo. 10 on the shot clock. Patrick Dotz, the Victoria boy, in the corner. Around a screen. Patrick Dotz fires, misses the mark. Back up for Keenan, and the Whitby product will roll it in the corner.
Good job of the Rush creating havoc there. That was a real good screened attempt, just missing the net. I don't think Warren Hill knew exactly where it was. I don't think anybody knew where that one was coming from.
Stotts will move it down the floor. Banesh is on the right side to help. Peterson goes back for Stotts. One-on-one, defender slides into it. Mallory, and Chiliano is tested with his 5th save of the game. Boudreau runs up the floor. Rush have numbers. Church on a 3-on-2. Robert Church hauled to the ground. His arms being held on to there. Ref says that's clean, and Warren Hill scoops up the loose ball.
Almost looked like it was an RKO move from wrestling. Never mind superhero night tonight, Cody.
Hossack, yeah. Graham Hossack drops it off, and Shanks thought about driving. Messenger might have got away with the hold as well. Jameson keeps it hot. Feeds in the corner. Spin move down low. Keegan Bell will defend. He got around Jarrett Smith. Bounces it wide. It's popping in the air. And now Connor McClellan's just going to boot this thing around as the shot clock runs down.
Definitely the Rush bench unhappy, really, for the first time, hearing a lot of emotion coming from that bench after that non-call in the Halifax end.
Clark Walter, one-on-one. Trying to spin back on Terefenko. Stick in the cage. He runs up top. Finds Patrick Dotz. Messenger on offense. Backpedals around Bell, trying to shoot low, and the save is made by him. Now Withers will go for a run. Zach Mans caught back on defense.
Messenger caught on a long shift here too, Cody, as he stayed on play offense.
Now Messenger will get a go for a change as Halifax slows things down. It's the type of game they want to play. Don't want to get in the track meet with this young Rush roster. And Halifax has all the skill for a slow game. Woods out for Stotts, around his defender to the net, and he scores. Randy Stotts gets one behind Chiliano.
Waiting to see down here, Cody, as we're getting another look at it. Well, it does look like that is going to be a good goal. As we take a look here on the replay, I was just listening into the discussion between Jimmy Quinlan and our officiating staff here. Thought maybe the buzzer had gone before that, but no, you just get a good look there, of course, at Randy Stotts, who has so much success against Saskatchewan. Going over the shoulder, Frank Chiliano. One Chiliano definitely wants back, as he got about 95% of that, and it's an early 3-0 lead here for the Thunderbirds. The Rush only 2 shots on net so far, Cody.
Remember, Halifax jumped out to a 9-4 lead in the first quarter the last time these two teams met. Terefenko gets the offense rolling. Banesh is down there as well. Zips it across. Peterson one-on-one with Jake. Slide comes from Enju. Wild pass is going to bounce down by the Rush bench. Jarrett Smith has it, and he'll run over half. Jarrett Smith now away from Magnet. Couple of Manitoba boys playing against each other. Some Blizz alumni on the turf. Robert Church near side half wall. 9 to go, quarter number 1. Church finds Keenan. Ryan Keenan now. Spin back on Magnet. Now he's going to cut towards the net. 5 on the shot clock. Walters down in the corner trying to help out as well, but the shot clock is going to expire with 8:42 left to go, quarter number 1. Halifax dominating the opening 6 minutes and change of this one. They lead 3-0 on Co-op Field. The National Lacrosse League is brought to you by NLLstore.ca, a Fanatics experience, officially licensed everything.
And in his last game at home, Mike Triolo had a bit of a coming out party. Expect to see a lot of him in the Rush offense going forward. Had the game-winning goal against Panther City's former club. He was fired up. He thought he was on the scoreboard tonight, Cody, but it was called back as he made contact with the crease. But Mike Triolo, game-winning goal last time we were right here at Co-op Field in SaskTel Center. Expect big things out of him. He seems to be more involved with the offense after the coaching change the Rush made.
The Senior B star out of the Edmonton Miners organization. Another big summer, and he steps right into an NLL lineup in Mike Triolo. Halifax has the ball. 3 goals on 8 shots so far for the Thunderbirds. Banesh down low. Shanks was in front, and Barnable knocked down the Randy Stotts pass. Rush have numbers. It's a 3-on-1. Boudreau finds Messenger to the crease, and he scores. The Hammer puts one home. It's 3-1.
Cody, I'm waiting to see if we could see a second straight challenge on another Rush goal as we're waiting for the in-house replay. Messenger, a great move, going airborne, using all of that power. That big frame of his, that 6'2", 225 bear hunter frame was Mike Messenger. The Rush coming through. You mentioned Halifax doesn't want to get in a track meet with this team, and this is why. Messenger going airborne, getting it behind Warren Hill. At game speed, it looked like he may have had those purple shorts in the crease before the ball went behind Hill. So wait to see if a flag goes flying by my head in the next couple minutes here, Cody.
Mike Messenger, his 6th of the season. Jake Withers now 4 for 4 on drops. Shanks wrong side of the road over to Jameson. Save made by Chiliano.
And the flag has been put back in the suit jacket, Cody. It's going to be a good goal and not challenged.
Mallory up for Enju. Back to Robert Church now. Rush down by 2. Church up top finds Ryan Keenan. Mike Triolo's the 5th forward off the bench. Kazevnikov. Him and Zach Mann's rocking the same neon green kicks in this one. Little drop pass finds Church. Outside look, save. Kazevnikov battling for a loose ball. Hossack pops it back for Warren Hill.
Speaking of the kicks, Cody, Jarrett Smith also managed to find some purple kicks to match the purple shorts tonight.
Love it. Love the style game showing through in the National Lacrosse League. Here's Randy Stotts just off the IR. A little shovel pass up top for Ryan Banesh. Cody Jameson now. One touch down for Stotts. Little fadeaway bouncer, scores. He's got 2nd of the night.
Randy Stotts always has a good time when he comes to Saskatchewan. Not just because of our great many options of food and beverage, but because he always shows up to play against the Rush. Last game, 7 points, and tonight he's already got 2 goals in the opening quarter. As Randy Stotts comes up again, he said he was going low. You could hear from the Rush bench, they were saying he's going to go low, he's going to go low. They were trying to take that away a little bit and not able to as he goes low on Frank Chiliano. That seems to be where they're targeting for Chiliano. So watch to see if the defense adjusts to maybe try to keep these guys a little bit more to the outside where that low bounce shot's a little harder.
Moved from Panther City to Halifax just a couple of seasons ago. as Randy Stutz. 93 points last season. Offense back to work. Thied over the top. Rips this one right into Chiliano's logo. And now the ball's going to go in the corner. Mallory battling with Benesh. Benesh has the loose ball. Popped free by Keegan Bell. And now the Rush want to run. Jake Boudreau's up there with Keegan Bell. Third man's Robert Church. Church off the bench. Back to Boudreau. Back to Bell. And it ends up in the corner. Boudreau. Now he's running it back on the restraining line. It's Dodds while falling. Clark Walter finds Church. Far side. Easy stop for Hill. Airborne ball. Armstrong. Couple of goals this year. And it's a kick save by Chiliano. Track meet continues. It's how Saskatchewan wants to play this one. They feel they're the faster side. And if it's a slowed down game, it's advantage Halifax. Here's Robert Church one-on-one with Tyson Bell. Out to Barnable. Keenan sets the pin. Barnable cuts to the crease and just tucks it around the frame. Arafanko over the logo. Defended by Isaac Enju and stripped to the ball by Isaac Enju. Made it look easy in his second NLL season. Isaac Enju has Zach Mans. One-on-one with Thompson. Dodds cutting to the middle. Pushed out by Withers. Rock still in hand. Dodds down to Mans. Walter sets the pick to the pass. Got deflected. Mans now has to hustle back. Tarafanko on a break. Party Pearson, and he scores. It's behind Chiliano. And Clark Peterson finds the back of the net.
The Rush want to play the track meet tonight, but it looks like the Halifax Thunderbirds were prepared for that as Clark Peterson gets off the bench in an awful hurley and just goes with pure speed. A turnover at one end is going to result with Peterson just stepping on the gas. He's got a forward back there and a tired forward in Zach Mans, who'd been out for an extended shift. Manages to get a step on him, finds some space with Chiliano, and the Halifax Thunderbirds continue their early game dominance here in Saskatchewan. 25 on the air for Peterson, second of this contest, and he's looked so dangerous every single time he touches the ball.
Peterson's got 2 in the contest, along with an assist so far. Opening quarter, 5 to go here. Saskatchewan in green, Halifax in white on Co-op Field. Clark Walter with it for the Rush. Finds Robert Church. 50-goal scorer last season. Keenan to Triolo. Shot got deflected by Hasek. 10 on the shot clock. Down to Dodds from the corner. Whips it wide. Kept in by Keenan. Keenan now, little bouncer, misses the net as well as the Rush stuck with 4 shots through 10 minutes and 27 seconds of play here at home. Halifax gets another from Clark Peterson. They're up 5-1.
Heading into tonight, the Rush had won back-to-back games. Their latest victory 2 weeks ago in Vancouver, and a coming-out party for Keegan Bell, scoring his first NLL goal. Another big man on this Rush offense. Picks up another one. He's got 2 on the night. The real spark plug that led the Rush to a 13-9 win. Great timing to score your first goal in a big win out on the West Coast against a team that had beat you previously in the season. Of course, original draft pick of the Vancouver Warriors as well, Cody.
And the team that cut him. You're right, Keegan Bell, revenge game. Couple of tucks at Rogers Arena. Dawson Thied gets the offense back underway. Shanks down for Stotts. Randy Stotts on hat-trick watch already. This is Jameson in the middle. Shanks up top for Thied. Dozen on the ticker. Inside, found Shanks for a second, but Messenger was all over him. Jake Boudreau up the floor. Rush have 4 there. Barnable with it, takes the shot. Hill made the save. Ball is still in the crease for a second, and it's going to be Halifax gains control.
Don't think Hill knew where that was, Cody. His defensemen were barking at him, letting him know it was betwixt his legs.
Aaron Woods now. The rookie. It's Shanks. His shot got deflected. Peterson's going to have to grab it in the corner. Connor McClellan's, the Brampton Excelsiors captain in the summer, battling for it. Messenger pokes it into the corner, and Mike Mallory scoops up the loose ball. Consistent depth, that's what you get out of Mike Mallory night in and night out to the National Lacrosse League. Patrick Dines in the corner. Give and go with Zach Mance. Robert Church looks for some help. One-on-one with Bell. Up top, finds Mance, 5 on the shot clock. Zach Mance on the roll, trying to go low to high, missed it. Got his own rebound though, 5-4 attempt. And Hill sits on it.
You can definitely tell that the Thunderbirds, Cody, are very aware of the success that Zach Mance has had against them. Every time he's gotten the ball, he's got at least 2 guys heading directly in his direction.
Woods for Stotts. Behind the net, Stotts and Thien. Stotts, a BTB. 7 feet wide, ends up in the corner. Works out in their favor though as Thien, the big man, scoops up a loose ball. Peterson to Woods. Woods, 8 goals on the season, denied by Frank Shiliano. Now Barnable up for Keegan Bell. Bell bobbled it for a second. Hostek's there, and he whips one up for Clark Walter. Walter will slow it down, 15 on the shot clock. Triolo's off the bench. Heavy shot. Caught Hill going the wrong way, and he got it with that right knee in transition. Smith up the floor. Shiliano denies him with the left shoulder. Other opportunity. Pass intended for Shakes, but it's behind him, and he couldn't reach it. Rastra going to get a full 30 clock to work with here, being outshot 15-6 in this opening quarter on Co-op Field. $1:58 left to go. Ryan Keenan named captain this summer for the Rush. Swings it around. Robert Church. Back for Keenan. Kazevnikov's in the middle. Got it on the roll, and it hit the top of his stick. Keenan, Kazevnikov. Back to Keenan as he draws Withers out. 20 on the shot clock. Zach Mans now opens up some space, and Keenan's shot got deflected. Ryan Keenan now takes Withers to the turf, and Kazevnikov has to leave it where it lies.
2 men getting tied up, exchanging a couple words that I can't repeat here as they head back to the benches on that one, Cody.
Austin Stotts scored the 3rd and 4th goals of the game for Halifax. It got set. The now driving around Bell. A couple of big boys in the middle. The bouncer denied by Shiliano. Bell airmails one now for Bobby Kidd III. Hands it off to Clark Walter. 7 goals on the season. 2 of them are game winners. Walter to Church, a little BTB. Misses the mark. Trevor Smith now stops up around the middle as Triolo trying to throw him to the ground. Up top for Banesh. Banesh has a wide open shot. Save made by Shiliano, but a call's coming up against Saskatchewan.
Yeah, not surprising from down here, Cody. That one's pretty cut and dry there on the cross-check call. Trying to do anything they can to slow down Clark Peterson and the success he's already had with 2 goals so far in this one.
Saskatchewan number 9, 2 minutes, illegal cross-check.
So they're going to give a cross-checking call to Clark Walter with 33 seconds left to go in the corner. And Clark Walter's laughing. So if we get a replay here, I think we can see who the real culprit might be. Well, he'll take it, though. Halifax power play going to work. 50% on the season. Ryan Banesh up top for Stotts. Finds Banesh again, low to low, and he scores. It's Banesh on the power play, presented by RS Breakers and Controls. Rely on RS Breakers and Controls to find all the right electrical supplies to meet your needs.
Yeah, the extra man advantage working out well. We talked about it coming into this one, Cody, about how this high-powered Halifax offense was going to fare against a young Rush defensive core. And so far, it's Halifax coming out on top on this one. Benesh with the good look there on the power play. They move it around a lot. The low to low, always a hard shot to stop. Halifax coming into this game leading the league at 13 goals per game. They're almost halfway there after 15 minutes, Cody.
And Benesh, one of the best to ever do it. As Jake Withers face-off win, trying to go low to high, misses the mark. Halifax might get one more crack at it as Chiliano punches the shank shot to the corner. Benesh now another goal in this contest brings his total up to 579 goals in the National Lacrosse League. Halifax firing on all cylinders. 6-1 is the score after 15 minutes of play.
Okay. It was a bit of an up and down weekend the last time the Thunderbirds played, being last weekend. Of course, coming up with an epic comeback down 8-2 against Buffalo with just 5:58 left in the first half. Came back to win 14-2 against one of the best teams in the NLL. And then the down. That was Sunday against Calgary. They were outscored 13-9 in the first half. Outshot in the fourth quarter, losing 17-11, but up 6-1 here. And definitely two different approaches at the benches as I am betwixt them tonight. Very calm out of Halifax, and then even the Rush bench. Frank Chiliano talking to Lane Rushka. Very calm conversation over there. Meanwhile, head coach Jimmy Quinlan absolutely letting his guys have it in terms of the way that first quarter went. Just very vocal, lots of bad words. See if he's able to spark his club after that first quarter.
Bobby Kidd III, Jake Withers head to the stripe. Withers 7 out of 8 in that opening quarter of play. Bobby Kidd III 1 for 2 against the one they call Wiz as he pops this one back. The Rush going for deep off of face-offs in this game. Another possession for Halifax, out shooting the Rush 19-7 in the opening quarter of play. Stotts with it, 2 already in his return from the IR. Feeds up top, behind the net. Back for Stotts, and it's off the outside pipe. Chiliano's got to get back in place as Cody Jamieson misses the mark. Now Bobby Kidd III ends up throwing that away as Dawson Thiem came in and gave him a good smack. Halifax will run it through Aaron Woods up top. Corner Thiem. He'll set up behind the net with Randy Stotts. Pushed back by BK3. Aaron Woods now step down into what? Chiliano with the save. Rebound followed up, and Bobby Kidd III blocked the shot and turns it over. The other way, it's Benesh, and he scores. Ryan Benesh has his second of the game.
30th of the season for Benesh. You said it earlier, Cody, one of the best to ever do it, and proving it again. Just a bit of sloppiness on defense from the Rush. Benesh taking advantage of some confusion, as soon as he saw Bobby Kidd III struggling with that a bit, he went from heading towards the bench to full speed to get back in the O-zone, and he's the beneficiary of a non-members bounce, if you will, here at SaskTel Center. He's done his second of the night, 30 on the season, and the Halifax track meet continues.
Halifax has been by far the more physical team in this contest, and it's caused a couple of turnovers, but off the draw, it's Mike Messenger trying to go around the world, and it's way wide. Withers back up the floor. He'll stay in play here. Part of the hat trick against the Rush in their season opener. Bell finds Benesh. Garrett Smith will defend. Jake Boudreau's back to help. Tyson Bell, former Calgary Roughneck, won a championship there in 2019. Shanks around the pick. Stotts outside. Shot clock won't reset as Cody Jamieson trying to get back on Garrett Smith. They won't blow it in, though. They'll get Jared Smith to back up. So they reset the shot clock, and 5 forwards can jump out the Okie. Clark Walter runs up top. Back for Mans off the bench. Far side scores. Zach Mans stings the top corner, and the Rush have 2.
We talked about him pregame, Cody, how Zach Mans has had success against Halifax, and he's going to need to have a lot more success to keep this comeback train rolling. Mans likes playing this team. He's got 10 goals, 20 assists in his games heading into this one, and he just picks the corner on Warren Hill. Finally gets a little bit of open time and space, finds the corner. He told me pregame he just needed to get through the first 5 minutes, get his feet settled, get himself feeling comfortable. He's starting to look a lot more comfortable as he scores his 17th of the year, Cody, and a big one here for the Rush, stopping a long run by Halifax.
Down by 5. Plenty of game left to go. Halifax beat the Rush by 5 in the opening game of the National Lacrosse League season out at Scotiabank Center. Stotts for Shanks. Up top, Banesh, one hand on his stick. Down for Stotts. Shanks on the roll, and it won't make its way in. Mike Messenger off the bench is Mans, and the pass is way over his head, and it's going to bounce back. Opportunity in transition. It's what Saskatchewan wants, and they're just unable to capitalize. Bell now. Pass got picked up. Bobby Kidd III's got a break. BK3 all alone to the net. It's off the crossbar. BK3 millimeters away from his first goal this season. Back the other way go the Thunderbirds. Shanks is off the bench. Shanks now around Smith to the net. Shot doesn't hit the target. Stotts finds Jameson. Cody Jameson over to Clark Peterson. And the Rush have thrown their challenge flag on the floor here. The refs seemingly aren't going to look at this. It looked like the Bobby Kidd III one hit some net. And again, you've got 30 and change to throw that flag. Again, there's a little leeway. It depends on every ref. But Jimmy Quinlan does toss it out there. And it was before the Halifax shot clock. So if that's 30 seconds, I guess we'll find out if the refs let this one fly.
And the refs didn't see it for about the first 5 seconds. It was on the ground there, Cody.
But that's not on Jimmy Quinlan.
No.
Saskatchewan is challenging the no-goal call. The ball hitting the crossbar down the other end. The timing of the challenge was accurate.
Right, so what would have happened is because the challenge flag was on the floor before the officials noticed, the officials essentially granting them a couple more seconds. Like you mentioned, Cody, you've got the 35 seconds. It was when Quinlan threw it out, and then the entire bench got real vocal. Probably able to hear it in my mic here, especially backup goaltender Lane Rushka, the Warman product, just making sure that our officiating crew knew. The setup they were in, we didn't have an official on the near side here, on my side between the two benches, so nobody was really there to hear it. You could hear it on the far side, but to me, it didn't look like a good goal from my angle, but we're getting a much better view here on the replay. But down on floor level, I'm assuming Quinlan must have got a heads up from somebody, because on floor level, that looked posting out all day long.
Yeah, and based on the replay we're seeing on TV, it looks posting out as well. Although you can see the net move, but I think it's just the actual frame hopping back.
Certainly. Like it looked pretty decisively posting out. I was a little surprised the flag flew.
The call on the floor is confirmed. We have no goal. Saskatchewan loses their timeout for the half.
So if you're the Rush, essentially you throw that as an option of, hey, maybe you did think it was in, but also you slow the game down here and you got possession as Halifax was in control. They were going to give it, they're going to give it to Triolo, but they're going to push him back here.
Yeah, push him back to his own end, right, where basically the play stopped when they were able to notice the challenge flag was out finally. So,
well, you lose your first half timeout, and I think some would say big whoop. But we're back underway here. Halifax handling in the lead. Robert Church. Down for Keenan. Keenan, 6 points against Vancouver. Church inside, trying to hit Walter on the run. Dodds has it now. Finds Triolo. Triolo over the top. Wild shot, misses the mark. And Hossik's got an opportunity in transition. Hossik with Tarafanko. Tarafanko step down, scores. 5th of the season for the former Buckeye.
The Rush wanted this game to be a track meet, expecting a more veteran Halifax team to maybe not be able to, keep up with them. But so far, so good, as Triolo just misses, and it's Halifax again running the floor in transition, using the Rush's strength against them. And just another great hard shot with that kind of room for Tarafanko. In transition, big shot, picking the corner there. His 5th of the year, one of the dangerous transition players in the league. And with that kind of wheels, you can see why, Cody.
Tarafanko had 21 points last season, and the Rush had numbers back there. But no one grabbed 34 in white, and he's able to capitalize for Halifax's 8th goal of this opening half. Shanks for Stotts. Stotts now behind the net, whips one out for Thie. Spin around, Chiliano with the sink. Stotts gets the reset, so he happily runs this one out. Shanks and Wood. Woods across the floor. Benesh zips one back for Stotts. A little bit of a shot pass behind the net, and now Jake Boudreau's got a chance at a break. Jake Boudreau up the floor. He's on the wrong side of the road, and Hossik was coming out with a full head of steam. So he decided to peel back and wait for Robert Church. Church finds Walter up top. Ball ends up behind the net. As the Rush, only 11 shots through the opening 20 minutes of play here. They've had their looks, but they have not hit the mark. Now Adam Jake runs back into Thie. Thie steps around him. Jameson down low. Jameson finds Peterson. Clark Peterson. Defended by Adam Jake. Around him, Enju's there, and Jake pushes him to the turf. 9:39 left to go. Quarter number 2. Halifax up 8-2 on the road this evening.
And we're back, 8-2. Halifax leads. A little bit surprising as the Saskatchewan Rush, after they made their coaching change to bring Derek Keenan back as a co-coach with Jimmy Quinlan, they peeled off a 2-game winning streak. In fact, before that, the Rush had been 5-0 with Derek Keenan behind the bench. So a bit of a surprise in terms of the way the history's gone with Keenan and Quinlan behind the bench. I can tell you, the Rush players have all said he's very much a calming presence back there, and I think that's what this team needs right now after being punched in the mouth a little bit and an 8-2 start in this one for Halifax.
Back underway here on Co-op Field. Zach Mans up for Mike Messenger. Rush will run a little bit of a sneak, essentially just that 6-on-5. You open up an easy outlet. Zach Mans down for Nathaniel Kazevnikov. Kazevnikov to the middle, got tripped up, call coming. And the Rush are going to the power play for the first time in this contest.
And that might be what this bench needs. And it had gotten a little bit quiet there after the 8-2 start, after Jimmy Quinlan tried to get him fired up. Didn't seem like it did a whole heck of a lot, but they're starting to get a little sparked up, making some noise now.
Halifax number 15, minor penalty, trip.
Power play presented by RS Breakers and Controls. Rush, 46% double man advantage this season, as you can see. Johnny Pearson get his legs tied up with Nathaniel Kazevnikov. Halifax's penalty kill, dang impressive, 61% so far this season. Church with Keenan. Mans now walks to the middle. For Zach Mans, shot got deflected. Walter short side scores. The man with the mustache, Clark Walter, finds the back of the net for his 8th of the season.
Never mind Johnny on the spot. It's Clarkey on the spot on that one. Best mustache in the league with a great set of hands to bury that one. A fortunate bounce comes to him. And again, we talked about the calmness that Derek Keenan brings to this bench. Not a ton of reaction. The boys know there's still lots of work to do. Get a second look at that. Zach Mann's just a big shot going down low on Warren Hill. Pops up, and the man with the mustache on the spot to put it behind Warren Hill. And that's a couple of goals now here for the Rush after a real ugly first quarter.
Clark Walter, a couple of game-winning goals already this season. Now the Rush 3 goals on 12 shots with 9:04 to go. Quarter number 2. Thunderbirds get another face-off win from Jake Withers. Shanks down low for Stotts. 15 on the shot clock. Inside for Benesh as he cuts through the crease.
Cody, we're talking about a pregame, the essentials of getting to Warren Hill, as there's a handful of games he's over an .800 save percentage, and then some that he's well under that. He's only at about .667 right now so far in this contest.
Triolo flip for Church, and he's stopped by Hill.
I think actually it was the defender that got a stick on that one. I don't know if it was Hill getting anything on that one, Cody.
Impressive. Here's Graham Hossack, one of the best defenders in the National Lacrosse League this season. Woods for Stotts, who tried to go around the world. Now it's Enju out for Jarrett Smith. Rush have numbers. Smith to Mance, short side, misses the mark. Caught Hill and moving. He was jumping to the right, and Mance couldn't put it short side. Now it's Walter with it, 20 on the shot clock. Kazevnikov for Keenan, flip back. Walter cuts to the middle, and he's stripped of the ball. Tyson Bell will turn on the Jets here. Little flip back. Thompson with them. Pass goes down low. They're calling pick on Halifax. It'll be Rush possession. Messenger up the floor. Keenan on a break, and it's off the post. Warren Hill gets a little bit of help from the pipe. Rush are starting to push the pace a little bit, and it starts with the physical play as they've turned it up a notch. Halifax for a response. Shanks, Benesh, back to Shanks. Down low, Peterson trying to get around McClellan. Peterson, little drive, kick back to Shanks. Save made, rebound, Benesh all alone scores. Too much time for Ryan Benesh, and he's got the hat trick.
I think any time can often be too much time for Ryan Benesh. Another bit of a seeing eye loose ball that's going to go to Benesh, who's now up to 31 on the season after his 3rd already in this opening half here tonight. Creating confusion there on the Rush D again. Nobody picking up Benesh on that far side. Again, a bit of a broken play as Adam J looks like he was the man responsible for Benesh, but couldn't quite get over to him. And Benesh with his hat trick. You cannot leave him alone like that, Cody, or the Kitchener product's going to make you pay.
Withers picks up a face-off win against Bobby Kidd III. Jake Boudreau's out on him. He'll dump it down into the corner. Nice response for the Halifax Thunderbirds as Clark Peterson finds Jameson. Pass deflected by Isaac Enju. Chiliano up the floor. It's Jarrett Smith. Smith waiting for some forwards to get out there. Robert Church will. Mance is in the corner. Out for Robert Church. Church has been quiet in this one so far. Finds Walter. Walter slides to the middle. Shot was behind Hill, and he spins around to keep it out.
Cody, that was one thing that the Rush did really well in their past 2 wins, was get to the middle. Not so much tonight.
Ryan Benesh, bouncer. Down for Dawson, the former U Sports hockey player. Stotts. Little back pedal, 2-man game. Now he whips it across for Benesh. Benesh pushed into the corner by Messenger. Let a shot go. Chiliano made the save, and he reaches out for the rebound.
Cody, it's interesting. You can see a little bit of fatigue starting to creep in on the Halifax side. Good thing there, they've got a 6-goal lead. Meanwhile, the Rush still looking fresh on their bench to my right.
Messenger on the roll, rips another one off the post, and it's going to be a breakaway back the other way for Pearson. Pearson all alone scores, puts it 5-hole on Chiliano.
Bit of a seeing eye ball that actually bounced right out in front of me. I'm sure the Rush fans were wishing at home I would have grabbed that one here on floor level, but instead it goes right up to Pearson, and he's not going to make a mistake there. What I love what he does here on the breakaway, you can tell his eyes, he picks it up, his eyes look top corner. You can really clearly see it from down here. He's looking top corner there, the Langley product, and instead just dishes it and goes between the legs there for the Halifax Thunderbirds. Great eye fake on that, and he's got his first of the season.
Dangerous in transition, but the Rush have now hit 4 or 5 posts in this one, and we're going to get a goaltending change.
Yeah, Cody, I was just going to jump in to see that as Lane Rushka is going to come in. The local boy gets the big ovation. And this is of no offense to Frank Chiliano, but whenever you get the first ever Saskatchewan-born product that's come up and played goal for this team, he's going to get a big ovation. So Lane Rushka coming in. I'll keep my ears open to see if this is just a little rest for Frank or if this is going to be Lane's game the rest of the way to go.
Remember, Lane played 33 minutes against Halifax earlier this year, stopped 21 out of 29. And where we're at right now, Halifax has 29 shots on goal. Kind of have beaten Frank Chiliano. Another face-off win for Withers. Bell holds him to the outside. Mallory will defend Jamison. Aaron Woods is off the bench. Feeds the 5th forward. Jared Smith defends the behind the net. Stotts is up top. Pick on set, Stotts with the shots. Won't go. Lane Rushka over on the left side. Got the left toe on it. Jamison finds Woods. Woods now around the Stotts pick. Peterson to the middle, and he gets blown up by Bobby Kidd III. Lowers the boom. Jared Smith in transition the other way. Smith, Keenan stopped by Hill.
As Theed chased Bobby Kidd III all the way down to the Rush bench to give him a piece of his mind.
Back in transition, they score. Armstrong flying towards the net, Barries.
It's rare you see the team that took the hit be the one sparked up by a collision, but that's exactly what happened to the Thunderbirds here. Their entire bench got to their feet after the big hit from Bobby Kidd III, and it almost seemed to distract the Rush a little bit here. They were a little slow getting the right personnel out, and Colton Armstrong, the Peterborough product, his 3rd of the year, takes advantage of the confusion to add to the extra layer of confusion. That looked like it was always intended to be a quick change here for Chiliano and Rushka. The door was open basically to bring Chiliano back out there. They never had the opportunity after the back-to-back resets, and I think that led to more of the chaos, which led to that goal, Cody.
Well, and pretty much that whole time, Mungo Thompson was having words with Bobby Kidd III.
Well, they're still chirping at him.
Tarafanko hands it up for Shanks. Back for Banach. Barnable and Enju out to defend the Thunderbirds lefties. Banach bouncer goes wide. Barnable's gonna grab it and run. Isaac Andrews up the floor with him. Barnable wants to push the pace. Keenan now across the floor. Church quick shot. Hill with the sink. Andrew and Church will battle for the loose ball. Robert Church has it. Magnet wraps him up. Church still worked the loose ball out though. Defender holding on to him by the collar. Ryan Keenan at 20 on the shot clock. Backdoor feed, Mike Triolo with it. Triolo, spin move to the middle, low to low, stopped by Hill. Warren Hill is feeling it. He's had some help from the posts, but other than that, he's been dynamite for the Halifax Thunderbirds. Peterson Stotts now with him. Looking for help. Shanks opens up some space. Jamison finds Stotts. Stotts will drive. Got a shot on goal. Shiliano made the save, and he scoops it up with one hand. Now Shiliano's got an outlet here. Close to the 8-second count. Drops a dime with Ryan Keenan. Back for Jared Smith, short side. Another opportunity goes wayside as the rush can't hit the net. Penalty coming as Thompson is all over Jared Smith down there. Patrick Dotts looking for help. 3 on the shot clock. Back to Keenan, short side as Hill drops into a hockey-style butterfly. And Thompson is gonna go to the sin bin. 11-3. Halifax leads Saskatchewan. 2:16 to go in the opening half.
Halifax number 19, 2 minutes, check from behind. TV timeout.
The NLL and Marvel have teamed up to promote lacrosse's Indigenous origin story by featuring game-specific promotions happening throughout the season. The history of lacrosse will be at the core of a custom comic book written by Paul Allor in close collaboration with the NLL's Indigenous consultants. The comic book will only be available at designated Marvel superhero-themed games. Watch every NLL team host each year of the program. Visit NLL.com for more information as you get a look as the Hulk-themed jerseys with the nice little added touch there of the purple shorts to really go full Hulk. But of course, the rush now going to go to the power play as Thompson just came in, giving an extra little shove, and with the physicality of this game stepping up, might have taken it just a bit over the line. Halifax trying to send a message to the Saskatchewan after a big Bobby Kidd III hit.
Robert Church as the power plays back underway. 1 for 1 so far. Clark Walter at that marker. Zach Mans down for Dotts. Mans now, Church up top, back to Walter, quick stick, scores. Double it up, Clark Walter has his second on the power play.
And looking to my right, Cody, finally a couple smiles on the Rush bench, as it looks like a bit of a weight was lifted there as Clark Walters got his second power play goal of the night. Almost identical on this one here, this time off a pass there. Great pass from Robert Church as the defense just moved. You think Robert Church has the ball, he's probably going to shoot as he's the power play leader. Instead, it's a quick pass to Clark Walter and his second power play goal of the contest for the man with the Mario mustache.
Back-to-back power play goals presented by RS Breakers and Controls. Off the face-off, it's Bobby Kidd III for Boudreau, and he took his sweet time, and Tyson Bell got there on the back check. Thunderbirds transition it the other way. Tarafanko stripped of the ball by Barnable. Now Ryan Barnable has some help. Up for Boudreau. McClellan, pardon me. Back for Keenan. Shot through traffic, and Hill, one knee down, is on it.
Rush trying to take advantage of the fact that Tyson Bell was out there for a double shift. He was on his way back to the bench before the team barked to get him in there. It looks as though they're going to get him for picking that one up in the crease.
Well, it'll be a rush ball here. Bell complains his case, but the refs have already given Saskatchewan possession. Now the conversation continues, and maybe we get a face-off out of it.
That's
or penalty shot.
We are going to see a penalty shot, Cody. I think they were trying to figure out which part of the body that Tyson Bell used to pick up that ball. So just listening in for the explanation here, but it looks like we're going to have a penalty shot.
Halifax number 94 played the ball with his hand inside the crease above GOE with a penalty shot for Saskatchewan.
So Tyson Bell used his hand in the crease to pick it up.
Bell was saying the whistle had gone, so he used his hand as it was stuck under his goaltender. That's his argument here. The officials don't agree as Bell's trying to plead his case, but Bell said, hey, the whistle had gone, I was getting the ball. But obviously it hadn't, not allowed to do that. So that's why we're gonna get a penalty shot here. Robert Church to take it, Cody.
Robert Church, penalty shot opportunity. Church, 18 goals on the season, 51 last year. One-on-one with Warren Hill, 17 stops in the game. Church, the righty, walks in, couple of fakes, and he hits the post. Warren Hill doesn't have to work as his red friend does it for him.
Warren Hill, if you could buy a edible bouquet for your goalpost, that's what he should be doing, one of those edible arrangements. They've come to his aid time and time again. Robert Church, great face, you could tell. He just had Hill moving the wrong way, trying to go back against the grain. Had the opening, but again, Warren Hill's best friends tonight bailing him out.
Rush for 2 for 2 on penalty shots. Coming into this one, Patrick Dodds and Nathaniel Kazevnikov had goals on the solo showcase earlier this season. Withers a face-off win. Halifax still up by 7 here in the first half. Shanks down for Peterson. Cross to Banach. Peterson and Woods play pass. Shanks is behind the net now. 10 on the shot clock. Little shovel back for Thede. Thede flips to Shanks. It's on the ground, and Bobby Kidd III has it.
Remember, Cody, the Rush don't have their timeout after a failed challenge.
Bobby Kidd III pass intended for Clark Walter. Goes behind him, but he's going to grab it off the boards, though. Walter slows it down. Jarrett Smith is going to hang back as Dawson Thede was picking cherries. Church now. Around the lane, back for Mance. Quick stick got stopped by Hill. 22 seconds left to go, and now Halifax will use their timeout. Up by 7, you got a chance to go 6-on-5 and draw up a play.
Yeah, and a fresh 30 on the shot clock, Cody. 20.6 on the game clock here when that timeout was called. So Halifax, no surprise, you're going to see Warren Hill get himself a bit of a break after a busy second quarter. And the Rush are going to be down 6-on-5 in this. Halifax, just so many dangerous weapons here. Anytime they get the extra man on the floor, you know that's going to be a massive advantage. Is you can right now, to my right, head coach or co-head coach Derek Keenan is in there with the defensive coordinator Jeremy Talevi, and they're just calming everybody down. You can see he's a calming presence. That's what he's doing. Don't panic, don't overreact, don't oversell anything. Meanwhile, the Halifax bench just letting their guys know their play. They're not even drawing anything up. Nobody's even talking. The guys are already back out on the floor to my left. They're ready to go. They know what business needs to be accomplished here in the last 20.6 seconds of the opening half on this one, Cody.
Well, you've run your 6-on-5 play hundreds of times, especially for the teams that get a midweek practice and maybe more. As Halifax will put Warren Hill on the bench, Cody Jamieson, Ryan Banach, Dawson Thede out there with the help of Austin Shanks, Clark Peterson, and Randy Stotts. The righties have combined for 11 points for Halifax in this opening half. They've got 11 goals in the contest on 31 shots. Cody Jamieson jogs it up the floor. They'll probably wait until about the 8-second mark to run their play. Stotts directs traffic. Down for Shanks, back up to Stotts. Clark Peterson on the roll, over and behind is Thede. An opportunity at the buzzer, and Shiliano got there with the stick on the dunk attempt. Perfectly executed, but Frank Shiliano got over there to make the save.
Well, they were already waving off the shot as the buzzer had gone. The officials and the Rush players all knew that the buzzer had gone on that one before the shot even got away.
Coming up at halftime, highlights, analysis, and we check out the out-of-town scoreboard from around the league, along with some NLL wire from the game in Laval, Quebec. Halifax up 11-4 after 30 minutes of play in SaskTel Center. In Saskatchewan is the Halifax Thunderbirds on the road. An explosive opening 30 minutes of play. They lead 11-4. on Co-op Field. It's Cody Jansen, John Fraser with you here at halftime. And for Halifax, it happened early, it happened often, but their offense just didn't skip a beat. And it's the second time these teams have seen each other this season. And the offense, that's just continued and rolled all along for the T-Birds.
Certainly, Cody. On Superhero Night, it's the T-Birds looking like the superheroes here at SaskTel Center as they've absolutely dominated the opening half. They came out firing early. It was just goal after goal after goal, springing out to a quick 3-0 lead here. CP24 comes into the game 5th in league scoring, and he's showing why. Putting on a show so far here for the fans in Saskatchewan. That's his first of his 2. Stotts, well, he's back off the IR. He loves playing in Saskatchewan. He also had a goal there as well, but this time it was the Rush. They're doing everything they can to claw back, including this great goal as Mike Messenger goes airborne, but it's just been too much Halifax and just way too much of them. As I mentioned there, Stotts, that's his second, going low to high on Frank Chiliano. Peterson's had on himself a big night as well. Benesh, well, you know what Ryan Benesh is going to do. He's been doing it for years in this league. And then the closest really the Rush could get to some momentum was near the end here of the first couple minutes as Zach Mans, he gets one in between a Tarafenko goal. There comes Clark Walter. So Rush scored 2 out of 3 for a little stretch there, but Halifax goes, nah, this is our night tonight. We're going to come out, we're going to keep going ahead and doing what we've been doing. The #1 offense in the NLL has come as advertised and come as billed. If you like goals, you're liking this, especially even more if you're a fan in purple. Last one there, a rare breakaway goal as a nice one there too. Good head fake. The Rush doing what they can. They did score the last goal of the opening half, so maybe, just maybe, they could get some momentum. But instead, a bit of a controversial call. You're thinking, okay, the Rush got a goal. Then they're going to get a penalty shot. As you can see there, Tyson Bell uses his hand. He thought the whistle had gone to pick up the ball in the crease. Can't do that. Robert Church, fakey, fakey, fakey. But the best friend of Warren Hill tonight, the goalposts. Coming up big there for the Halifax goalie. It's been all Halifax all the time, Cody. And hey, no surprise. They're winning all the face-offs. They're picking up more loose balls. Benesh has 3. Cody, it's just been all Halifax in this one, buddy.
And they've been out shooting them as well. The Rush probably half a dozen plus posts. It just hasn't been going their way. Well, we got more halftime coming up next here on TSN Plus, ESPN Plus, and CTV2 out east. Out-of-town scoreboard around the National Lacrosse League. Colorado 18-10 winners over New York last night. San Diego beat Georgia in overtime. Vegas beats Rochester on the road 12-8 this evening. Albany's up 9-7 on Buffalo. Of course, all games will be streaming on ESPN Plus and TSN Plus. Toronto takes down Vancouver 9-5, and in the first quarter, Calgary, Philly scoreless. We got a matinee game going on tomorrow afternoon, Panther City and Georgia. Last week in the historic Unboxed Series in Montreal, the Rock defeated the Riptide 16-10, put microphones on Toronto's Mark Matthews and New York's Connor Kiernan for another episode of NLL Wire. Take a look and a listen.
Right away here. Hey! Right away here.
Drives. Oh, what a way to open it up! Fantastic! Behind the back goal. Here comes Jill! Yeah!
Right in the gut.
Perfect. Yeah, they're just trying to play out hard, right? Yeah, they're just trying to play sticky, that's all. Sticky, okay. Good hard one, they're off.
You be low, guy. Ready? Okay. I'm going to be high. I'm going to throw it to the lefty. They're playing 2-man game pop. I'm driving set pick on the anchor.
5 good shifts in a row here. Hey, 5 good ones in a row here.
Start high. Then you throw it down, and then you're going to be the high guy or low high guy. You're going to be the pick guy. Okay. That was good. That was good. Strength. How does it look? Oh, here we go.
And there's his hand on the ground. That ball's not all the way in.
Rogers, what a swim play, dishes over. Matthew scores!
Lefty, so close! Lefty! 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 Lefty!
abandon the over-the-top pick and just seal him underneath. Like, we just got to get our own guy a little bit. We're coming out of the middle like that, like good and slow. I think if we got speed, we just take him over the top, something like that. We just got to turn and maybe get a little small piece of our guy when they adjust to get over top. We just beat him underneath. When I drag, throw forward. And this guy should be open. If I drag forward here, Tommy comes, throw here to Dan. Just drag and throw forward. Okay. When I drag with it, just come a bit this way, because you can shoot it off your back foot, and then we may have smalls again. If not, fire it. What's up, Teeter? Sorry about that in the head, buddy. You're good, man.
Ottawa Black Bears. They're coming for the 24-25 season as the New York Riptide are moving. They're going to play Canadian Tire Center in partnership with the Ottawa Senators. Black Bears are going to take of all the Riptide stats and records at season end, and obviously all of their players are going to go with them. This will actually be a comeback for the NLL in Ottawa, as the Ottawa Rebel, who eventually became the Saskatchewan Rush, were there for the 01, 02, and 03 seasons. And Cody Jansen, I must say, when I saw the logo, big fan. Love the Black Bears logo, similar to the Senators logo, and you can never go wrong with more Canadian teams in the league. And if you're an Ottawa fan, all of a sudden Jeff Teat gets to play in your backyard. That's a pretty good way to start a franchise with one of the best players in the NLL on your roster starting next year.
The Black Bears logo, that may or may not be a brown color. So as you get a look here on Marvel Superhero Night in Saskatchewan, yeah, the costumes are out in full force, and that popcorn looks all right. I'm not against what that man is going through here. Halifax, well, Thunderbirds fans probably got the popcorn out because their offense is putting on a show. Ryan Benesh, hat trick. Randy Stotts, 2-2. Clark Peterson joins in on the fun as well. The Clark show continues as it's been Clark Walter for Saskatchewan. Pair of goals and an apple. Zach Mance has a goal and 2 assists as well. Jake Withers dominant at the dot. It's no surprise at this point, but Withers continues to be dominant no matter who Saskatchewan throws his way. So far in the contest, 16 for 18 on the strike. Mike Messenger will be his opponent off of this face-off. Messenger 1 for 7 so far this evening. Frank Shiliano, Warren Hill are your netminders, and the second half is underway on Co-op Field. Shots on goal, 31-23 in favor of the Halifax Thunderbirds. Rush 2 for 2 on the power play. Thunderbirds 1 for 1. Clark Peterson over the top. Pushed out by Adam Jake. Randy Stotts, early shot in the half. Misses the mark. Jarrett Smith has it now. Jarrett Smith got away from a Randy Stotts back check. Hands it off to the captain, Ryan Keenan. Tarafanko bites the dust. Zach Mans, 1 goal in that opening half. Down for Mike Triolo. Walter down there. Rush are going to pull a sneak. Shiliano goes to the bench. 6-on-5. Church right down the middle. Hill makes the save. And Bell has it. Shiliano trying to get back to the net. Or Tarafanko would have had an easy one. Couldn't handle the pass up. Tarafanko, though, dunk attempt. And that one stays out.
Tarafanko was playing on Zach Mans. That's about the 4th time he's been stuck on defense and doing a respectable job as the forward back there.
Keenan with the ball. Clark Walters on hat-trick watch. Keenan down inside, and Hill scoops it up. Scratches in this one, Cole Kirst, Charlie Maxwell for the Thunderbirds. Jeremy Searle, Cam Wengreniuk for the Rush. It's Aaron Woods with the ball now. The rookie shot got blocked. Rebound for Shanks, denied by Shiliano.
Great save by Frank Shiliano, probably his best, but the Rush wanting to run again, and Halifax up to the task. We kind of thought it'd be the other way around in this one, Cody.
Now Barnable couldn't quite handle it. Won't be over and back though, as it was the Halifax defender who knocked it over the line. Mike Messenger Throws it up for Robert Church. Church will drive to the net, trying to go 5-hole, and Hill has it hit his stick.
Robert Church, 3 assists on the night, Cody.
Back the other way. Another Halifax transition. Armstrong up the middle. (11-4) Halifax leads. 12:30 to go left in quarter number 3. Tyson Bell kicks it forward as Tarafanko's up there with the Clark Walter on the back check. Forwards invade the D zone. Now they'll go for a change as Halifax gets their offense out slowly but surely. Mike Kersey's squad happy to slow things down here. Up by a touchdown in quarter number 3. Jay will defend the flip back for Badesh. 3 on the night already. Ryan Badesh spins, lets it go. Shiliano with the save. Rebound by Thie. Is going to bounce back into the neutral zone. Clark Peterson up for Shanks. Across the floor, Randy Stotts awaits. Does it on the shot clock. Ball got deflected. Behind the net's Thie. Shanks up top. He's knocked down by Jake. Gives him a whack for good measure. Thie. Badesh scores. Ryan Badesh has his 4th, and the Thunderbirds have a dozen.
Just a matter of time when the Thunderbirds get reset after reset. I know one of those, the Rush bench, wasn't happy. They thought it had gone off one of their defenders, not the post or Shiliano, but either way, it turns into back-to-back-to-back possessions. And against a tired Rush squad, Ryan Badesh takes advantage. Nobody really gets out to him as their legs are getting heavier and heavier. He goes low to high, and Shiliano, not much of a chance on that one. Ryan Badesh, one of the best to do it, and he does his best on that shot there.
Well, you knew Halifax was going to be coming in ticked off because Calgary embarrassed them last Sunday.
Well, and that's been the vibe on the bench the entire game too, Cody. They're playing with a chip on their shoulder. They're physical, and they've just been getting angrier and angrier as the game goes on.
Peterson sets the pick for Shanks. Jameson finds Badesh. Badesh rolls over the top. Jameson now 5 on the shot clock. Ball's on the turf. Woods flips it, and one too many passes. Ends up behind the net with no shot on goal.
Be interesting here, Cody, to see if the Rush keep running it, as it was looking like near the end of the first half they were starting to tire Halifax down a bit, but haven't been able to take advantage of that. As I look to my right, and they all look like they're all ready to go.
Tough to do that in quarters 1 and 3 with the short change for the D guys. Here's Ryan Keenan one-on-one with Withers. Ball over to Triolo. Ends up on the ground, and that'll be over and back for the Rush. And Triolo is going to take a delay of game here as well. As well, you could say he was trying to keep that, but end of the day, it's going to be a delay of game call.
Saskatchewan minor penalty, 2 minutes delay game.
Cody, it looked like he was just trying to flip it back to our official, but he had his hand a little bit high up on the stick, just got his body crossed off, and instead ended up throwing it right out of the field of play. A mental mistake by a tired man on that incident.
Halifax 1 for 1 on the man advantage, 50% on the season. Badesh and Jameson out in front. Peterson, quick stick, scores. There's the hat trick for Clark Peterson.
It's always tough, Cody, when Halifax has any kind of man-up situation, be it a 6-on-5 or a power play. Who do you defend? I mean, you're gonna have to keep track of so many great weapons out there. Badesh, Peterson, Stotts, all having themselves great games. They go to that behind-the-net play, which has worked so well against Saskatchewan this entire season. Right out in front, a quick stick. I don't think anybody was able to pick him up as Messenger looked skyward, knowing that he should have been on Clark Peterson. Shiliano, not much of a chance. And the Halifax domination continues in this one.
Power play presented by RS Breakers and Controls. Rely on RS Breakers and Controls to find all the right electrical supplies to meet your needs. Halifax happy to let the shot clock wind down, as they know when they touch it, it'll get reset as Tarafanko heads north. 4 power plays in this game, 4 goals to a side. Woods, little spin back. Jameson across the floor. It's Randy Stotts, poked it on goal. Chiliano made the save. Barnable up with Robert Church, 3-on-2. Robert Church to the net, trying to pull it short side. Now Clark Walter has to climb the ladder. It'll be over and back. And with 9:09 left to go in quarter number 3, we'll step aside. 13-4 is the score. Halifax leads on the road. Lax Metrics, powered by the NLL, is an innovative data approach to better understand our league. Cooper Perkins breaks down the numbers each week on NLL.com and on the league's social channels. Halifax up 13-4 inside SaskTel Center in this one. Their power play has been perfect. And boy, 37 shots on goal, 13 goals. Yeah, that's working in their favor. You don't need the metrics to tell you that one.
Another one working in their favor is another Jake Withers domination of the faceoff. 19-21 tonight, Cody.
Dawson Thiedt via the net will circle up top. 20 on the shot clock. Plenty of time. Ryan Benesh, 4 goals in the game for Benning. Randy Stotts, double clutch. Save made by Chiliano. Up for Mike Messenger. Easy around Randy Stotts, who didn't have a stick. Messenger, Church. That shot got blocked. Back the other way. Randy Stotts was just hanging out. 1-on-1 with Jake Boudreau. Stotts not facing the net. Kicks it back for Clark Peterson. Ran himself into the corner. Now Adam Jay's on Peterson. Jay will push him back a little bit, but Clark Peterson, nifty out there. Slides out of the way. Pass intended for Woods. Got a stick check and couldn't catch it. Now it's loose on the ground where Jake Boudreau scoops it up.
Cody, every time that Halifax has touched the ball, they're telling them to calm it down and just take advantage of the shot clock. Try to burn off the rest of this one.
8 minutes to go here, quarter number 3. Halifax is up big in the second half. Patrick Dodds, 10 on the shot clock. Dodds now back for Keenan. Church had his stick ripped out of his hands. Keenan now to the middle. One hand on his stick, tried to pass it over to Dodds as the shot clock expires on Saskatchewan. Now Cody Jameson wants to run that one north. Peels back, Jake Withers is there. But pass got knocked down by Jared Smith, and here goes Mike Messenger. Tarafanko quick off the bench along with Bell. Messenger a back pedal on the logo as Clark Walter is up to help. Walter's got 2 goals. Both of them came in quarter number 2. 1-on-1 with Tarafanko. Out for Triolo. Triolo back to Keenan. Shot on goal. Save made by Hill. Been a relatively easy night for Hill as Benesh on a breakaway. Chiliano got a piece of it with that right shoulder. Hill's been getting a lot of shots from the outside that have hit him or the post. Positioning on point. Robert Church down for Kazevnikov. Trying to cut it back. Now he finds Church. Pass over to Matz, who couldn't corral it.
And Cody, great point. In the slow start to the season, the Rush were outside a lot. Their back-to-back wins, a lot more chaos inside, but it seems to have reverted to their old bad habits with not getting down to the middle and not even setting up screens for their shooters against the goaltender.
Dawson Thiedt now 1-on-1 with Keegan Bell. Cody Jameson, 5 on the shot clock. Hands it off Peterson to Stotts, and Chiliano makes a save with a second left on the shot clock. Cody Jameson happy to slow it down with the help of Dawson Thiedt here as the Thunderbirds will use the full 30 clock if they can. Well, never mind. Little shock there by Dawson Thien. Caught everyone off guard. Rips it low on Chiliano, and Halifax has 14.
Well, you said it best, Cody. All the communication from the Halifax bench to my left on the floor was slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. But Dawson Thien saw an opening there. He was unmarked, had a wide open look, and Chiliano wasn't really square to him. He was giving him a little bit of room, and Thien, the former U Sports hockey player, takes advantage. He sees the black behind the white pads of Chiliano, and even though it was slow down, slow down, slow down, if you've got a grade A scoring chance like that, you're going to take it. And that's going to be a hard one to miss for Thien.
Jake Withers, another face-off win.
And the sky is blue, Cody.
Peterson. Tripped up by Messenger. Stick knocked out of his hand. Jamieson finds Thien. 10 on the shot clock. Dawson Thien. Defended by Messenger. Side pass for Peterson. Enju got his stick in the way. Now Chiliano has it. Has to whip it up the floor, and he finds Clark Walter. Walter on the run. Save made by Hill. Rebound grabbed by Jake Boudreau. Back over to Church. Another stop by Warren Hill as he sets a pick on Church.
Hill's one of those goalies likes to get involved, and you saw it there.
Players can't set moving picks like that. Goalies will, well, some of them will get away with it. As Randy Stutz on the logo awaits some help. Halifax puts Thompson on offense here. Stutz wants to drive. Now maybe that's a little bit of a protection factor. They feel things will get out of hand. But Thompson out there on offense, and Halifax up by 10. 4:32 left to go. Quarter number 3. Remember, for all the latest news highlights and behind-the-scenes content, follow the NLL on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, X, and YouTube. And stay current with scores and in-depth articles on NLL.com.
Not surprising with their team down 10 goals. The Saskatchewan Rush bench, a little flat, not a lot of energy, but instead it's Jimmy Quinlan trying to get him fired up. So on that last exchange, he's trying to get into it with Jake Withers, the Peterborough product, as he came by. None of the players saying any trash talk. Instead, it's the head coach trying to get his guys to follow his lead.
Little sneak off here. Chiliano's on the bench going 6-on-5, and the Rush end up throwing that one away. Now Chiliano trying to get back. Benesh missed the net, but the refs weren't exactly ready for it.
Well, what happened, Cody, was that ball that came off the floor went directly into Benesh's stick. So he was able to jump off the bench with the ball in his stick while the officials had to throw a new one in, as technically it went out of play.
There you go. That's why we've got the best color guy in the league between the benches, as John Fraser, a couple of feet away from where that just happened.
You're too kind to me, Cody.
Thunderbirds, shot comes from Shanks, and he scores. Low on Frank Chiliano, and Halifax has 15.
Halifax came in scoring 13 a night, and through not even 3/4 of this one, coming up with 15. I'm sure everybody watching us up late there in Atlantic Canada absolutely loving this, as another one goes betwixt the pantaloons of Frank Chiliano. And Stotts coming off the IR to play tonight, always having himself a great game, and that trend continues here in Saskatchewan, as these guys are just getting business done with a clinical precision, and it's almost like expertise, like they're expecting to score in every single one. You're not even hearing much noise from the benches here. It's just they go, they score, they high five. All right, let's go get another one. That's been the Thunderbirds' attitude so far in this one.
Leon Rushka back between the pipes as Frank Chiliano heads to the bench, and this time the helmet and gloves come off, and I think this one might be a little bit more long-term of a goalie switch. 4 minutes to go left in quarter number 3. Tarafenko up the floor. Bobby Kidd III was on the back track. Tarafenko now up on the restraining line. One-on-one with Barnable. Trying to spin back. Help comes from Benesh. Benesh now flips it for Theed. It's on the ground. Jared Smith has it. He'll lob one up for Ryan Barnable, and Barnable's gonna break away. Barnable all alone, stopped by Hill, and now behind the play. Theed. And he's getting into it. He's with, pardon me, that's McClelland and Theed getting into it. And he's gonna head to the sin bin here. I believe they'll take McClelland as well.
And not happy is head coach Jimmy Quinlan, not because of the call, but because the Rush had the ball and a scoring opportunity on Warren Hill, trying to do anything to get back in this game.
Penalties on the play, Saskatchewan. Halifax, 2 minutes each. Roughing, 4-on-4. Staying possession, Saskatchewan ball.
So we're going to see a little 4-on-4 here is behind the play. A little bit of the rough stuff. Not surprising. I'm just surprised it's taken too long to hit this point so far, Cody. And maybe now the Rush with a little bit more floor space get something going here. It'd be the miracle of all miracles, but a couple goals in a row. Maybe you can make something happen.
Well, no RS Breakers in controls power play, but it is 4-on-4 out there. And with the goalie on the bench, and Lane Rush gets a 5-on-4 right now for Saskatchewan. Keenan and Church play pass. Down for Walter, inside intended for Church. Pokes it for Warren Hill. And Hill with the outlet. Graham Hossack empty net to shoot at, and he scores. Third quarter empty netter, and Halifax has 16.
Fourth goal of the year for the Port Perry, Ontario native, known for his defense, but this time coming up with it. He had an open net, as you mentioned, Cody. I like the play there for the 6-on-5 the 5-on-4 with the coincidental minors, trying to get anything going here, but the Rush just not able to get back. Rushka did his best to rush back into the net, but nothing there as Hossack finds the empty net, lots of time and space, and continues the Halifax onslaught.
Shots on goal, 43-29 in favor of the Thunderbirds. 3:02 left to go in quarter number 3.
And a huge game story, as it always is, if you're watching or just joining us. Jake Withers at the face-off dot. He's just been an absolute beast tonight, only losing 2 draws, and both of those on violations, not clean losses. Helps to get an extra 20 possessions a game.
Peterson will set the pick for Woods. Cody Jamieson rolls up top. Still 4-on-4 out there as the ball bumps to Lane Rushka.
Rushka coming in, as you mentioned, Cody Chiliano, gloves off. He's manning the door now as the Warman product after not necessarily a rough night by Chiliano, but a rough night by the Rush D as he's in for mop-up duty.
Peterson back the other way with Woods. He'll slow it down. See, what I don't like about the goals against average and, save percentages, that's technically going to count as a goal against Lane Rushka.
Right.
When really he had 0 chance. So I know the stats are going to look not pretty in that favor, but Lane Rushka just comes in. Now he makes another save on Woods.
Well, Rushka, originally a first-round pick by the Georgia Swarm, and again, you are going to see some love and maybe keep some bums in the seats here at the end of the game as the Warman product gets a play time here late in this one.
Thompson with a late shot on Zach Manns up high. As Kalen Mander, former Edmonton minor, went to the 2022 Minto Cup with the Junior A squad from about 4.5 hours down the road. Now McClelland on Shanks. Randy Stotts cross-checks Mallory in the throat. Rushka makes the save on Panache.
I'm going to say 4.5, Cody. How fast are you going down Highway 16? I can only do that in 5.
Don't ask questions you don't want to know the answers to, John. Ryan Keenan on the hunt. He'll look at the net. Pick got set by Walter. Patrick Dodds looks to spin back. Dodds for Church. Church pass got deflected by Withers. And here goes Tarafanko again, but happy to hit the brakes. 45 seconds left to go in the quarter. Clark Peterson, very familiar with Lane Rushka. Those two have, well, hundreds if not thousands of shots on each other. Woods now stick knocked out of his hand, and he goes and drills Bobby Kidd III from behind. 5 feet away from the Rush. bench, and now they're going to blow it in. Chaos in front of the Rush bench here.
Well, this goes back to the first half when Bobby Kidd III absolutely drilled Clark Peterson, and the players were on the floor saying, we're looking for you, Bobby. We're going to get you, and that was an opportunity there to get some retribution for a big hit on Clark Peterson.
Well, thankfully, no injuries after that one. Rush offense on the floor, 6 on 5. Lane Rushka's on the bench, 5 seconds to go in the quarter. Clark Walter, swim move, he'll try drive, won't get a shot off on goal. And the Hail Mary attempt at the empty net won't go either. 16-4 is the score. Halifax up big on the road. Third quarter done, fourth quarter coming up on Co-op Field.
Get game day ready and shop your favorite team's jerseys and merchandise. Head to NLLstore.ca to get all your National Lacrosse League and team gear today. Some Rush fans there already going ahead and doing that, getting the new logo, the new Bison Head inspired logo as we're taking a look there. You can go ahead and do that. I've got to say, I'm a big fan of the new logo.
Looks awesome. Well, whole new lineup too at the Fez, the fan experience zone here in Saskatoon. The team shop is packed with new merchandise if you're coming through the Saskatoon area. Don't forget those Hulk jerseys the Rush are wearing. Those are up for auction as well. SaskRush.com. Proceeds go to Make-A-Wish Canada. Looking sharp out there. You get to look at the scoring. 6, 5, and 5. For Halifax. It's been a quarter-by-quarter domination as Withers taken out by Messenger.
And if I'm a Halifax fan, you can bid on one of those jerseys. We'll send it to you so you can remember such an epic win for your team. On top of that, a great-looking kit the Rush are rocking tonight, Cody.
Patrick Don's with it. Pick gun set by Kazevnikov on Bell. Ryan Keenan, 15 on the shot clock. Keenan now backdoor. Dons with a quick stick, and Warren Hill got over there.
Quiet night for Ryan Keenan. Held off the scoreboard so far in this one, Cody.
Dawson Thiem, defended by Jarrett Smith. Him and Connor McClellan got into it late in quarter number 3. But Ash now trying to go low, misses the mark as Lane Rushka comes in for Frank Chiliano here in quarter number 3. Anju, partial breakaway, stopped by Hill.
Absolutely love what I saw to Connor McClellan. They're still running off the floor at 100 miles an hour to get the offense out there, even though this one has been well decided.
Isaac Anju scored 2 goals in the National Lacrosse League, both of them on Halifax Thunderbirds netminder Warren Hill. Austin Shanks now up top. Finds Thiem, defended by Mallory. Cody Jamieson fires from the far side of the floor, and Lane Rushka makes his stop. Rushka, well, he's planning to prove himself here. Former first-round pick. Looking to get some more minutes played as the Rush take on Colorado next weekend. Mike Triolo, he'll drive towards the net and score. Not in the crease on that one. Mike Triolo gives the Rush 5.
You're just joining us. Yeah, Mike Triolo had one turned away from him on a crease violation early in this one. One of the big what-ifs, wondering if that would have gone the other way, if maybe this scoreline would be a bit different. But Cody, you mentioned Lane Rushka trying to, prove himself for some playing time here. And Mike Triolo is a guy whose playing time has just been increasing over and over again. He's really starting to learn how to use that big frame and excel at this level here in the National Lacrosse League after tearing up the Senior B circuit so well this summer.
Mike Triolo finds the back of the net for his 7th of the season. Aaron Woods up top. Clark Peterson, former Saskatchewan resident, that is. Cross for Randy Stotts. Pushed in by Messenger. Out in front, Spanash, and a great back check there by Bobby Kidd III. Knocked the ball free. Jarrett Smith up the floor with Keegan Bell. Bell scored 2 a couple of weeks ago against his former team in the Vancouver Warriors. Inside, here's Bell, and he's stopped by Hill, but a call coming up. I think it'll be on Kazevnikov, I believe, as he heads to the sin bin. The refs are going to discuss this one.
Well, I think, Cody, you're going to start seeing a lot of the maybe excessive slashes and cross-checks starting to get called, because that's what's going to start shenanigans here in a blowout.
Saskatchewan minor penalty, 2-minute slash.
And I can tell you as a former hockey ref myself that you don't want shenanigans in games like this, because then it can get ugly. That's how guys get hurt. That's how guys get punched in the face. So expect them to see them take one player at a time to kind of calm this down.
Power play presented by RS Breakers and Controls. Halifax 2 for 2 in the contest. Jamieson back over to Stotts. Penalty coming up, back for Jamieson, and he's robbed by Rushka. 10 bell sink by the Warman product. Stops Jamieson again. And another slashing call is coming up against Saskatchewan, as the refs have decided that now there's no tolerance for it.
Saskatchewan number 43, 2 minutes, slashing.
Power play presented by RS Breakers and Controls continues with a 5-on-3 for Halifax. They'll put Tyson Bell on the logo. Cody Jamieson, quick shot, trying to catch Lane Rushka off guard, but he makes a save. Messenger up the floor. Jarrett Smith will hang back. So it's essentially 2-on-4 offensively, and the Rush will be happy to hold on to it, as Messenger probably will catch his breath. Maybe a little bit of a late shot here. Zach Mance, Mike Triolo's out in front. Tries to lob one for the big man. Triolo from the corner, whips it wide as Mance dumps it into the corner.
As I mentioned, Cody, expect to see a bit of a parade to the penalty box, but one-sided. That's a good way to cool down the temperature. You can already tell that almost took the wind out of the sails of Rush bench, that the frustration of tonight's performance started to boil over a little bit.
Stotts for Woods. Down low, intended for Jamieson, and Adam J now got his stick in the wing. Ball got knocked free for a second, but he'll slow it down. 33 seconds left on that original penalty to Nathaniel Kazevnikov. Ryan Keenan, the former Whitby Warrior stock, 528 points in that Whitby Warrior program in juniors. Mans now out of the corner, trying to go far side as the shot clock expires. Ryan Panache had 31 goals last season. He's exceeded that mark already this one in game number 11. Back for Woods, and he's denied by Rushka, and he's got the rebound as well. Lane Rushka all over the place, back-to-back big stops.
Looking like a young Dominic Hasek with the flop on that one. What a save by Rushka.
Kazevnikov finds Clark Walter. Clark Walter, 10 on the shot clock. Over to Robert Church. Church now rips one at Keenan. Ryan Keenan, one hand on his stick, put it on goal, and Kazevnikov got the rebound. We're getting tossed into the boards there by Armstrong. Robert Church. Zach Mans is up top, 6-on-5 now. Church backdoor, Walter with the quick stick tonight. It's gonna go all the way back. Zach Mans will scoop it up. Church with the shot clock gets reset. 9:15 to go here, quarter number 4. Robert Church won't shoot. Mans will, and Hill got it with the left shoulder. As this one bounces, it's gonna stay in play though. Went off an awkward angle by the Rush bench. Church, inside look. Hill denies him. And Saskatchewan is going on the RS Breakers in control. Power play when we come back. 8:57 to go. It's quarter number 4 in Saskatchewan.
Halifax minor penalty, 2 minutes boarding. Immediate timeout.
Well, here you get a look at that Colton Armstrong penalty.
Yeah, just another control penalty here, Cody, as he drives him into the boards. They're trying to do their best to keep this from getting out of hand, as it often can in a one-sided score. You got an 11-goal spread betwixt the Thunderbirds and the Rush. Our officials doing a really good job of cooling the temperature. Every time it gets a little fired up down here between the benches, there's a call, there's, you know, even a technical violation that just brings everything down just that little bit.
Rush are on the power play, 2 for 2 so far. Clark Walter has both of them. Behind the net's Church, out in front, trying to hit Walter. Ball popped free for a second, and Smith finds Withers. Tyson Bell goes for a run. Patrick Duns on the back check. 8:30 to go, quarter number 4. Thunderbirds up by 11. They beat Saskatchewan by 5 earlier this season. Woods finds Thief. Adam Jake is on Thief. Down for Shanks, and Mike Messenger has it.
This looks like Halifax in the all-time series between these clubs is going to move to 4-1 after what has just been a bit of a poop your pants performance if you're the Saskatchewan Rush. Hard to put a finger on one thing that's been bad, Cody. It just hasn't been a good night for the home team.
Zach Mance, flip for Keenan, fires and scores. Ryan Keenan puts himself in the goal column as the captain scores on the power play. That's now 3 for 3.
That's what we know as the reverse broadcaster curse here, Cody. I'd mentioned earlier that Keenan had himself a bit of a quiet night, but does take advantage here on the power play with a late look. Good ball movement here by the Rush. Finds Keenan up there. Hossack not able to jump out, and Keenan finds a little bit of space on Warren Hill, goes short side and beats him, and that's a 6th goal for the Rush, cutting the lead down to 10. Not saying it can't happen. Just it's highly unlikely, but who knows, Cody? I've seen stranger things.
Bobby Kidd III steps into the dot with Jake Withers. Face off with Shanks over to Jameson. A little through the legs there by Randy Stotts, who gets tossed down by Bobby Kidd III.
And then having a conversation with Bobby Kidd III. They really didn't like that Peterson hit from earlier on tonight, Cody.
Keegan Bell down for Mance. Backdoor feed, Messenger. Quick stick denied by Hill. The Rush talked about being unpredictable on offense. Well, they've been unable to find that unpredictability.
Well, I think that's because Halifax was up for the task. They came out here expecting a track meet and went step for step with this young Rush club.
Woods, Shanks, Peterson was inside. Lane Rushka comes out to scoop it.
And every time it looked like the Rush might have been running Halifax to the ground, it seemed like Halifax would score and catch second wind in this one.
Clark Walter finds Kazevnikov. One-on-one with Thompson. Kazevnikov far side. Peels some more paint off that pipe. Keenan back there. Smith and Thompson. Couple of defenders in the O-zone. Ball's up for Boudreau. Pushes it forward. But Terefenko has it fall right to his feet. Shanks zips one over to the Thief. 10 on the shot clock. Dawson Thief, spin move on Ryan Keenan. Keenan's gonna take a holding call here as Bobby Kidd III touches up, and Halifax is going to a power play presented by RS Breakers and Controls.
Yeah, pretty cut and dry on that one. Keenan had to stick around the midsection here. He's not happy with the call, but you had to know it was coming the way the temperature of the game has gone.
Saskatchewan minor penalty number 15, holding.
There's the holding call as we see Ryan Keenan go to the sin bin. As he just comes around, he's the help man here. He's stuck back on defense, wraps his hands around the much larger Dawson.
Quick shot by Stotts, buried. Power play strike works for Halifax. Took them all 5 seconds. Randy Stotts finds the back of the net for the 17th.
You'll have to trust us on this one as we were still breaking down the penalty on your television screens, but it was another power play goal for the Halifax Thunderbirds, coming in tonight on the power play about 50%, which is midway through the league, which makes sense. But they, again, another good goal by Stotts, having himself a game here. One of many Halifax Thunderbirds players having big nights so far in this one.
Tarafanko wins the race to the loose ball. Peterson in the neutral zone. Feed defended by Jake. Adam Jake keeping him to the outside. Now it's Shanks up the middle. Shanks goes back and dumps it in the corner as the shot clock expires.
With that goal by Stotts, Cody, there are now 4 Halifax players with at least 6 points on the evening.
Tyson Bell the other way has some help from Mandery Stock. Bell had another opportunity and he won't take it. Decides to eat off a little bit more clock. It is Kalen Mander, former Edmonton Miner, rookie in the National Lacrosse League, had an opportunity. Cody Jamieson doesn't on the shot clock. Less than 5 to go now in regulation. Shanks tries to pull it short side. So it bounces. It'll be behind Mallory as Jared Smith grabs it. Halifax quick to change. Jared Smith hands it off for Triolo. Tarafanko defending Triolo's pass goes behind Dodds and all the way down into rush territory. 4 minutes to go left in regulation. Halifax a stranglehold on this one, up 17-6 on the road.
Time for tonight's Turning Point presented by Fanatics as, well, there wasn't really 1 point, it was 4 of them. Ryan Benesh coming to play tonight, one of the many weapons here, leading his team with 4 goals, 4 of the 17 goals so far tonight, and he's still got time to make it 5. All sorts of different ways he's scoring too. Awful loose balls, aggressive on that too. The quick sticks, the low to highs. Ryan Benesh, a 6-point night, 4 of those goals. And that's tonight's Turning Point presented by Fanatics. So far, total goals in the season leaders, Benesh, he's now just 3 behind Jeff Teat to, take over the lead there. Austin Stotts at 29, Ryan Smith and Eli McLaughlin behind them. So he could find himself tied for the league leading goal scorers if they go ahead and get a few more here late in this one, Cody.
Peterson finds Shanks. Halifax offense has been perfect. Thompson stumped by Arushka. Up the floor for Boudreau as Thompson goes for a tumble.
Didn't appreciate that from Mike Messenger, so you got him behind the play. Adjusts his helmet. He's going to come off now. Looked like he wanted to stay on and go bury one as revenge.
Peterson up top. Usually you'll start to see Halifax ruse a few more D guys, but see, they'll drive and bury one as the Thunderbirds have 18.
And for Theed, that's the second time now in this late game here that he's been wanting to slow it down. You know, Halifax wants to milk the clock, but if you're going to leave him a wide open opportunity, he's going to take it as he just gets by his man, Adam J, and goes between the legs of Rushka. Rushka wants that one back as the young man trying to get himself some more playing time. And we are now up to 18 goals here for the Thunderbirds, 20 on the year for Theed, and his second in this game. Add him, the Whitby product, to the long list of dangerous offensive weapons from the Thunderbirds.
Well, Halifax 2 away from 20. We'll see if they push it in this contest here. Shanks. Finds Tarafanko, the Ohio State product, trying to go short side on Rushka.
A little bit of jostling between the two goalies on the bench. Chiliano to my right and Hutchison to my left here as they're exchanging some words, trying to spark maybe a little late game something to add to this rivalry here.
Peterson will head to the sin bin. Another power play presented by RS Breakers and Controls.
Halifax number 24, 2 minutes holding.
Peterson just wanted to add to his stat line tonight. He's already got a bunch of goals, and he's got 2 goals, 5 assists, and now he's got himself 2 penalty minutes as he's going to head to the bin of sin for 2 or less. Again, more just late game stuff where you're seeing the referees do this to control the play.
Halifax, a season high right now, 18 goals. They've managed 17 a couple of times. Mans for Keenan. Backdoor to Dodds, and he rips it off the crossbar. Rush should probably hit 8 or 9 posts already in this one. Keenan back for Church, over to Walter. Quick stick, won't go. Hill got over in time.
Yeah, great save there by Warren Hill as they were set up perfectly.
And
there.
Bobby Kidd III lowers the boom on Smith.
BK3 already had a target on his back for a couple big hits, and he's just going to add to it there as everyone on the Halifax bench is giving it to him.
Another big hit for BK3. Bringing the physical play in this one. Church quick stick. Doesn't get a hold of it. Dodds will battle. Hill scoops it up in the crease. Big spoon up for Graham Hossack. 50 seconds left to go in the Clark Peterson penalty. Jake Withers now runs it back in front of the Halifax bench. Adam J's on it. Mike Messenger in there to help as well. Pass over the head of Thee, and Connor McClelland scoops it up. Zach Mance slows it down. Alpa Keenan, Church, Dodds, and Walter are on the power play. Less than a minute to go in regulation. Church's pass deflected by Bell. Tarafanko up for Woods, and he scores. Halifax foot on the pedal. They got 19.
Not a surprise, as it seems like the Rush want to get chippy and have been trying to engage their players with chirps and nasty words from across, but Halifax, they just stay to their job. They just keep on scoring, and that's what they've been doing all night. Aaron Woods, the Cordes Ontario product, couple nice fakes here, gets Rushka, kind of catches him in between moves. He can't get that left arm out, as he's one of the rare goalies you see hold the stick with his left hand. He's got a 9th of the year, that one of the shorthanded variety, 4th shorthanded goal for Halifax this year.
First shorty Saskatchewan's given up this season. Comes in game number 8. Bobby Kidd III up for Jarrett Smith. Down to Zach Mance. 32 seconds to go in regulation. Zach Mance now rips that one off of a defender. Triolo's gonna get it in the corner. Back from Mans. Mans now drives, put a shot on goal. Hill made the save, falling backwards. Halifax will have it, and they can just run out the clock here. 8 seconds to go. Tarafanko dumps this one in the corner. And the Halifax Thunderbirds move to 7-4 on the season. Their third road victory of the year, 19-6, the final score.
Good night if you're a T-Birds fan, as everything went right for them and everything went wrong for the Rush. Rush just didn't seem to show up tonight. Thunderbirds did. That league-leading offense did what they do best.
Well, Saskatchewan outshot 58-44 in this one. It was the Thunderbirds offense that was rolling all night. Their season average on goals by 6 this evening on Co-op Field. An impressive performance top to bottom. They got contributions all throughout the lineup. And a 19-6 win on the road. Clark Peterson, 3 goals, 5 assists, 8 points. Austin Shanks, 2 goals, 5 assists, 7 points. Ryan Benesh, 4 goals. Randy Stotts had 3 and 3. 6 points on the night. He had 7 the last time he was here. Cody Jamieson, a 4-assist night. Theed had 2. Tarafanko with 3 points as well. The Rush, well, they were led by Robert Church with 4 assists. Zach Mance had 4 points as well. For myself, Cody Jansen, color commentator, floor analyst, John Fraser, and everyone else who makes the broadcast possible, have a great night. Halifax picks up a win on the road, 19-6, your final score.